You are being lied to. These things are a facade. They are not to be flaunted over. They will not bring you fulfillment. Imagine this instead. This lifestyle is a philosophy that leads to grounded fulfillment through amazing adventures, meaningful accomplishments, and hobbies and crafts that light up your soul. This isn't a path about rejecting ambition. It is about redefining it. It is about reframing life as you know it to become more productive, grounded, and fulfilled. Along the way, you'll find yourself more whimsical, charismatic, and creative. You will thrive socially while being stronger than ever on your own. Your goals will be so clear that they will feel closer than ever, and by the time you're on your deathbed, you will have enough stories to fill a library. This philosophy is based on the popular conception and admiration for the wizard archetype. Think of Gandalf and Dumbledore. They are whimsical, beloved, intelligent, and powerful. They are spiritually grounded, confidently content, and able to cast smiles on faces with ease. But also, take a look at these. The vibe is magical. This aesthetic, this joke, this lighthearted approach to thinking about yourself is no joke. It is a genuine approach to life. We are all writing our own stories. A lot of people don't realize that, and they think they can wait until it's the right time to start writing theirs. And they wait until they realize it's too late, and their pages are filled with words as dull as a stone plucked from the creek. Wizards don't wait. We answer the call, and we seek a life of adventure. Every goal, every challenge, every risk, it's all part of a legendary journey. We have our eyes set on the horizon, we embark on these quests, and we dismantle the enemies and the obstacles in our way. We embrace the adventure of existence, and here's how. Number 1, goals as quests. Most people set goals like a to-do list. Get a job, make money, buy stuff. These aren't goals. This is a typical boring checklist. A much more fun and efficient way of doing this is to treat each goal as an adventure, as a quest. We embrace the challenges that require strategy and skill and transformation. We outline the obstacles, prepare for the journey, and attack them with purpose. After this video, go and write down with as much detail as you possibly can everything that you want to achieve, everything that you want. Think big. I'm talking the stuff that dreams are made of. Visualize the path, outline as many obstacles as you can, frame it in such a way that it'll be fun, and go attack it. Go get all of those things that you dream of. Frame this process as a game, but don't take it too seriously. The name of this game is having fun. Get everything that you want while eliminating the stress and treating it like an adventure. Number 2, living for the journey. A common trap that people fall into is thinking, when I get X, I will be happy. And this is a load of baloney. When you treat life as an adventure, you remember to cherish the process, take in the small moments, and be present. To be a true adventurer, you don't obsess over the peak of the mountain. You enjoy the climb. And while that analogy is dandy, it isn't even necessarily that true, because in life there is no peak. All you have is the climb. Enjoy it. Number 3, dedicate time to adventure. Adventure isn't just going to happen. You need to go and seek it out. See the world, break out of your comfort zone, make memories that feel like they were ripped from the pages of a novel. An adventure doesn't have to mean buying a one-way ticket to the mountains, although that's awesome. It can be as simple as saying yes to something that scares you, forcing yourself out of your comfortable routine, and embracing new experiences that challenge you. But as you get more comfortable with those things, I definitely do suggest planning trips and awesome excursions. And if they make you uncomfortable, if they make you a bit nervous, good. Number 4, the importance of suffering. You can't talk about adventure without talking about struggle. You remember I said that we're all writing our own stories? There are no great stories without hardship. Conflict is an essential part of the story we're all living, and it's absolutely unavoidable. In the moment, the suffering is difficult. But later on, when you go to tell those stories, it's what brings them to life. It's what sucks people in. It's what makes it worth telling. Apart from it leading to better stories and being absolutely unavoidable, it also builds a lot of character. I read Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning a couple of years ago, and one of the things that stuck with me ever since I've read that book is the one story he talked about. Frankl was a Jewish clinical psychologist who survived concentration camps in World War II. And after all that had happened, he returned to his work, and he had an old man come to him as a patient. This old man was grieving the loss of his wife. One of the first things that had happened before they really got deep into their session was Frankl had asked, "What if your wife had outlived you?" And led him to the conclusion that if she had, she would be feeling the grief that he is. And as a result, he now bears that grief so that she doesn't have to. The man stood up, shook his hand, and walked out the door. He never saw him again. When you give suffering meaning, it loses the ability to take complete control over you, and instead it can empower you. This is why people endure difficult workouts, or take long shifts at work, or go through things that hurt, or they might hate, and they do it because they've given it a meaning, and they're doing it so that they can get something out of it. They're going through that process. This is an important thing to remember as you embrace adventure and face inevitable struggle. Number 5, embracing uncertainty. Trying new things, taking risks, not being afraid of failure. Life as adventure means you're gonna break away from the group. You're gonna break away from the path and start carving your own. You're breaking out the machete, you're hacking through the bush, and you have no idea what's on the other side of it. Let curiosity act as your compass and guide you to a life of adventure. Imagine you woke up one morning and somehow overnight you had learned everything. You knew every fact, you had learned how to do any activity, your brain could just conjure anything you desired. Imagine what you could do with all that knowledge. Now, that is not what I'm promising you'll get out of this video, but I hope you recognize the power in learning and training your mind. Having the ability to see the invisible threads that weave the world together. You're here because you feel that pull, that there's more to learn, more to see, and more to become. Every conversation holds a deeper meaning, every experience teaches a lesson, and every problem has its own solution. That's what it means to truly pursue knowledge like a wizard. Number 1, make learning a ritual. A wizard doesn't find time to learn. They make time. They carve it into their day like a ritual. Ask yourself, what have you always wanted to learn? What subjects pique your interest? Which are whispering to you? Maybe it's philosophy, or it's history, or it's coding, or it's blacksmithing. Whatever it is, make the commitment right now. And here's something I don't hear people talking about enough. One of the things that you're going to find as you dive into a new subject, as you really start to learn more about it, one of the big things that's going to hit you is how much you don't know about it. You're going to start to see how many different types of things go into that subject. You're going to see how deep each one of those is, and you're going to think to yourself, I don't know anything about this in the grand scheme of it all. When you consider the big picture, I know maybe 5% of everything there is to know about this. Make that your first goal. To figure out exactly how much you don't know about that subject that you choose. Define all the different aspects of it. Understand how much goes into each one of those and feel overwhelmed by how much you don't know. That's one of the first signs that you're on the right path. Number 2. Every experience is a lesson. Everything you do, see, feel, every experience that you have is an opportunity to learn. You need to make sure that you are fully present and aware and taking in as much as you possibly can from the world around you and each of your experiences. Every success and failure is a valuable asset to the pursuit of knowledge. A wizard doesn't fear failure. They study it, absorb it, and become stronger from it. Every mistake is a page added to the spellbook. Think back to a time that you failed at something. A test, a project, a relationship. Think back and consider it not as proof of your limitations, but ask yourself, what did you learn from that experience? If you can conjure up any sort of answer to that question, then take it as a lesson. Learn from it, move on, be better. Every lesson you learn is a spell added into your book that will, in some way or another, help you out in the world. This is how wizards learn the magic. By seeing every lesson as part of their training and making the most out of every single one. Number 3. Master curiosity and questions. Let curiosity be your compass. Follow it. Consistently conjure questions and see where they lead you. Next time you go out, be fully present. Look around, look at the buildings, look at the signs, look at the people, look at the trees. Ask yourself, what don't I know about these things? The world is packed with hidden knowledge, and curiosity is the simple key to unlocking it. Where others see a sunset, you see a question. Why is the sky turning bright red, or sometimes pink or orange? Why do we get songs stuck in our head? And why certain ones? Why the hell did I just yawn? Because I saw that guy over there yawn. If you abuse questions, you'll find yourself learning chronically. An easy way to start this is by considering why. Why is a very efficient entry point into the world of curiosity and questions. And when you use why, you'll start to really embark on theories in your mind, and it'll spark a lot of creativity. Abuse why. Number 4. Teach what you learn. An extremely effective step in the pursuit of knowledge is sharing it. Teaching something forces you to rethink it, reconstruct it, and see it from new angles. It solidifies your understanding and allows you to really own the information. As you revisit that knowledge in order to pass it on, you have all the different pieces of what you know laid out in front of you. You'll be able to find missing pieces or pieces that lack certain support, pieces that might be completely wrong altogether. Looking back on the information in order to teach it is a whole different learning process in itself. Wizards pass down their wisdom not just to show what they know, but to refine the knowledge for themselves. So, whatever you're learning, share it. Teach a friend, write about it, make a video. You'll be shocked how much clearer things become when you start to explain them to other people. Did you know it's actually an option to go through life and just be happy? Well, it's less so an option and more of a skill that most people aren't any good at. The skill is whimsy. Whimsy is a lost art in a world obsessed with efficiency and seriousness and expectations. It's the ability to see the magic in the mundane, to turn your life into an adventure, to cultivate a mindset that makes life richer, funnier, and more spontaneous. So stick around and we'll have some fun. I'll tell you exactly why whimsy is so important, what it can do for you, and exactly how to start practicing it so that you nail it with ease. Whimsy is a playful, curious, slightly mischievous way of life. It's about seeing the absurdity, beauty, and unpredictability of the world and just fully embracing it. Great example of this, Ted Lasso. If you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about and who he is. If you haven't seen it, get on that right now. No, I'm not. Now I'm being serious. It's amazing. When you practice whimsy and you get better at it, your life will improve tremendously. Not only will it elevate the crap out of your mood, but also your creativity will skyrocket. Your mind will be sharper, ideas will flow through you freely, you'll solve problems efficiently and quickly. 2, you'll be a social magnet. People are drawn to whimsical energy. It's fun, it's playful, it's unpredictable, it's just a good time. People enjoy being around that energy. And 3, you will become more resilient. Ironically, this is the exact opposite advice of a lot of the questionable alpha male content out there. And yet I'm going to promise the exact same outcome, for the most part, in the fact that you become a lot more resilient. Whimsy reframes obstacles as just part of this grand, ridiculous adventure that you're on. A setback isn't a failure. It's just an unexpected plot twist that livens up the story. When you start practicing this, you will be able to deal with so many more difficult situations, and you'll be a lot more in control of your emotions. You will become a lot more resilient. So let's get into how exactly you do it. All right. First thing, say yes more often. Next time somebody invites you to something weird or unexpected, say yes. Being a yes man, like we learned in the movie, leads to more fun and fulfilling experiences. Remember that this is definitely with exception, but go outside your comfort zone a little bit. Expand your reach, experiment more, say yes more often. Easy one to start off. Whimsy loves a wild card. 2, play with reality. Reality is what you make it. All of this is just being perceived through the eyes and our ears and our senses, and it's just coming up here and it's whatever the hell we want it to be. Everyone's got a different one. Make yours fun. Play with it. Imagine everyday situations as part of a bigger story. Make it exciting. Personify inanimate objects. Treat them with respect. Compliment them. Try and make them laugh. Twist anything and everything that you can to be a part of your wacky narrative. 3, be the most authentic version of yourself. Do not adhere to what you think others want to see or hear or do not exist for anybody else. Do the things that make you excited. Make the jokes that make you laugh. Find the parts of you that you may have buried in order to appear more like the other people in the world. Just be you, okay? Dress in whatever makes you happy. Don't even look in the mirror. Just look down, ask yourself if you're comfortable, walk out the door. 4, add a touch of theatrics. Whoever you are, take your personality and turn it up a notch. Take your routine and every little thing that you do, all of your actions and your reactions, make them undeniably you, and just crank it up just a bit, wherever you're comfortable with. Dramatize it, exaggerate it, have fun with it. Every entrance you make, every sentence you speak, every sip of milk that you take, make it fun. 5, look at the world like an artist. Notice the weird, beautiful, ridiculous details of the world around you. The way that cloud looks like a chipmunk, and maybe he's running, and actually he's running after that cloud right beside him who looks like a hairy cow. Or the way that one seagull waddles with immaculate confidence. Life is secretly ridiculous. Pay attention to it, and you'll find it pretty quick. 6, create absurd traditions. Make up reasons to have a good time. Invent a personal holiday. Celebrate things that happen all of the time. They don't even need to be good things. Celebrate every time you spill a drink on yourself. Just come up with certain cues that remind you to throw your hands up in the air and yell, "Yes!" I promise you will start having a ton more fun. 7, let yourself be curious. Wander and ask yourself ridiculous questions. What's the most useless and yet fascinating fact that you can find? Chase rabbit holes, get excited about nonsense. Just stay curious and let it guide you. So many people today have their feet stuck in concrete. They're under artificial light and they have a taste for food made in factories. It feels like as a species, we're forgetting that we are nature. We're not separate from it. We're not above it. We are it. And science backs what our instincts already tell us. When we spend more time and immerse ourselves in more natural environments, it makes us better. We feel better, we perform better, we do everything better. But most of us spend 95% of our time indoors, in front of screens, and we have the audacity to question so many problems that come as a clear result of that disconnection. So, if you want better health, more peace, and a life that feels like living, then it's time to revive that primal connection with nature. Here are 4 simple ways to check back in with your roots. First thing you gotta do, immerse yourself in nature. Do it regularly. Make it a ritual. Get outside, breathe in the fresh air, let the sun hit your skin. Take off your shoes, get your feet in the grass, dip them in the creek, smell the flowers, eat vegetables straight off the vine. Studies show that being outside for at least 20 minutes a day will immediately, significantly reduce cortisol levels, which is the stress hormone that wreaks havoc on your body. Grounding, or walking barefoot on natural surfaces, has been linked to severely reduce inflammation, improve sleep, and just overall really elevate your mood. Your body was made for this kind of treatment. Surround yourself with nature and make it your environment. You will feel your natural, healthy self coming alive within you. The second is your digestion. Eat what the earth intended. What you eat is arguably more important than what you surround yourself with. So ditch the processed garbage. Your gut microbiome is the ecosystem that lives within you. and it thrives on whole organic foods. I'm sure you've heard people say before, you are what you eat, and that is very true. So don't be a piece of shit, okay? Be a happy camper. You want a deeper connection? Combine these last two tips by growing your own food. Gardening is an extremely fulfilling and beneficial practice. Not only do you get to grow your own free food, but you're immersing yourself in nature and you're having a diet of more natural organic foods. Plus, nothing beats the taste of food that you grew with your own hands. Okay, it's primal, it's natural, and it's one of the easiest ways to revive that primal connection with nature. The third thing is care. Bring nature into your home. Start to care for plants and pets. Studies show that having and caring for pets significantly reduces feelings of depression and loneliness, as well as significantly lowering blood pressure, although I feel like I know a few dog owners who that definitely might not be true for. The more that you nurture life around you, the more you will understand that you are a part of it. Plus, not only is it extremely good for you and your body and your mental health, it also is a great way to liven up a space. I think it's the one thing that's never going to go out of fashion, is plants and natural elements in your home. And the fourth thing is detox. Remove yourself from the modern world. Now, I'm not telling you to sell off all your belongings and completely ditch the screens and go out and live in the woods, unless you want to. But what I am saying is that scheduling breaks, taking time away from the screens and the artificial light and everything else is essential. It is crucial to really balancing yourself out and returning to your roots. Excessive screen time is linked to poor sleep, anxiety, and even reduced cognitive function. So, try digital detoxing. Set screen times. Create spaces in your home that are technology free. Go on walks without your phone. If you're one of those people who takes your phone in the shower, well, you might be already too far gone, but cut that out. The goal isn't to reject modern life as we know it. It's just to restore a balance in your life and to give more time to the natural world that your body is so accustomed to already. People who are rich in charisma are able to make other people enjoy being around them. They do this by listening to them and making them feel heard, making them feel special, making them laugh, guiding conversations to ones that those other people find enjoyable or valuable in some way. The people who are most skilled in this realm are able to shift this skill across all sorts of different kinds of people and situations, and they can really be a chameleon in any sort of environment. For most people, though, this is a skill that does not come easily. Most people succumb to stress or overthinking or just general inexperience that leads them to be extremely awkward in social situations.
Yeah, no problem. Bye. Bye.
But also, many people who are charismatic, they fall into their own problems, where they come across as disingenuous or like they're putting on some sort of mask. And this is because they forget humility. And humility is not about being Mahatma Gandhi and not wanting anything, okay? The first lesson in this, it isn't about you. Two things that often aren't associated together are charisma and humility. And yet, they are two things that are completely intertwined with one another. One doesn't work without the other. There are a ton of charisma building tips on the internet. But the problem is that so many of them are just focused on what they can do for you. It isn't about you. It's about everybody around you. You should be focused on building up your charisma to help everybody around you, because it is your power. It is your voice. It is the way that you can influence the people around you. You're going to practice these skills because of what it can do for the people that you love. As you do that, it will absolutely, tremendously, inevitably help you a ton, but it's not the point, and you can't focus on it or it won't work. If you focus simply on using these skills for the other person, you will be able to uplift them and empower them and influence them in the best ways. You will be able to make them feel seen and heard and make them feel special in a way where it feels like you are the only two people in the room. Nobody else matters. They're not even there. You might be the only two people in the world, but you're having a great time. You need to want to do this for other people. Okay? And the second thing you need to remember is that without humility, you'll just be full of hot air. Okay? If you focus on becoming charismatic and you become this person who is just completely magnetic, but you forget humility, you forget that it's about the other people, and you start to think that it's just about you, and then you start to get in your head about how awesome you are and how great you are and how you can make everybody laugh and how you can make everybody love you, it won't last. The people who grow to be extremely charismatic and forget humility, they grow a huge ego. And some people don't even bother to hide it.
Diggs. Stefan Diggs.
Diggs is the guy.
The people around them can see this. They come across as conniving and self-serving. They appear to be motivated by the ability to manipulate or influence or trying to impress other people. This completely ruins everything that you're trying to do. Even if it isn't true, it will come across that way. When you bring in humility, when you actually learn it, when it becomes a part of you, that's when you become genuine. And this is when you become seen as genuine. You can only be seen as genuine if you are genuine, and it is extremely important. This helps you to become more relatable. It helps you to build more trust. It allows you to even genuinely care more about other people because you've spent the time learning about them, listening to them. You understand them a hell of a lot better. And now that is the gateway to caring for somebody. When you understand them, when you see them, this will strengthen the hell out of your relationships, and that is so fulfilling. Quick tip for right now, take a genuine interest. Talk to people, ask them about themselves, ask them about things that they enjoy talking about. Get them talking. Easiest tip I'll give you for right now. Now, this isn't the point, but if you can master this balance between charisma and humility and let it flow through you as just perfect social poise, you are going to have tremendous improvements in your social life, in your relationships, just all across the board. It will do so many good things for you. You'll foster more love and connection with the people around you. You'll earn more trust and respect. People will allow you to come into their lives, to influence them. You'll have a greater impact on the people around you. And that isn't just a good thing because then you have power. You've got influence. You can inspire. That's not a good thing for you. It's a good thing for everybody else. When you become that person, somebody who is an idol in their social circle, that's good for everybody else, which is good for you. This will all happen as you become more confident and compelling, and you really improve your charisma and your humility. All of these things are extremely important and lead to a hell of a lot of fulfillment in your life. Human beings are social creatures. I'm sure you've heard that phrase before, so it really shouldn't come as a shock for me to tell you how improving your social skills will tremendously improve your life. Now, here are some actionable steps to help you improve the balance between charisma and humility. Okay? This means that you are going to stand out without overshadowing others. You're going to become confident without being arrogant. You are going to earn respect without demanding it. Number 1, own your strengths, but do not flaunt them. Do. Be confident in what you're good at. If you're skilled, people will notice on their own. Do not constantly remind people how great you are. Let your actions speak for themselves. Be confident. Don't be consistently needing to prove yourself. 2, be engaging, not overwhelming. Do lead the conversation with energy and enthusiasm. Do not dominate every discussion. Leave room for other people. Tactic: if you find yourself speaking too much, if you have that thought, don't say, "I'm talking too much." Just flip it immediately. What do you think? Just give somebody else the space. Don't overthink. 3, accept compliments without deflecting. Do say, "Thank you. I really appreciate you saying that." Do not completely disregard it and say, "Oh, it was nothing. I do this all the time. No big deal." Yeah. Why? People admire confidence, but rejecting praise makes them feel awkward. Own it with grace. Those people are going out of their way to make sure that you know that they really appreciated something that you've done. Don't make that feel like it's nothing. Respect that. 4, be confident, but stay curious. Do share things that you've learned confidently, but also remain open to learning. Do not act like the smartest person in the room and as if everything that comes out of your mouth is pure gold. 5, be playful, but don't obsess over being funny. Use humor to lighten up the mood and make people feel comfortable, but don't obsess over needing to be the funniest guy in the room, needing to always make a joke, especially if the situation does not call for it. Keep it natural and fun. Don't get in your head. Don't try and force jokes. 6, be comfortable admitting mistakes. Do say things like, "That's on me. I'll fix that." Do not shift blame, get defensive, make excuses. Owning mistakes actually increases a lot of respect. It shows confidence and self-awareness, but when you deflect or you do any of that, people lose respect pretty quickly. It never looks good. It always looks better if you're just willing to own a mistake, to learn from it, to try and be better, to say, "I'll go and fix that thing." 7, give credit to other people, but don't undervalue yourself. Definitely make sure that you give credit to anybody who's due. Make sure that you acknowledge the people who have helped. Do not make sure that you just completely diminish your own role. Instead of saying, like, "It was all them, I had nothing to do with it," say, "We all played a part, and I'm really proud of everything that we've all accomplished." Remember, charisma sparks admiration, but humility maintains it. Do you ever feel like life is just happening to you? Like you're just consuming, scrolling, watching the world move around you, and you have no control over any of it? There's a reason for that, and I'll tell you right now. It's because you're not creating. Most people don't create. They only consume, and there needs to be a balance between creation and consumption. When you only consume, it starts to feel like the world is controlling you, like you're living in someone else's creation and you have absolutely no say in it. But that's not true. The truth is, we are all born with this power. Most people never train it, they ignore it their whole lives, and it's creativity. Not as a hobby, not as some mystical talent, but the ability to turn thoughts into reality, to reshape the world around you. So if you're feeling stuck or uninspired, it's probably because you aren't creating enough. Here are the 3 types of creativity, why they're important, and how to approach them. And stick around for a major tip that will help you crush all three. Number 1, create solutions. Creativity isn't just about art. It is problem solving. Every time you come up with some sort of solution, whether it's cooking a meal that you're craving, or fixing a leaky faucet, or just figuring out a way to get through a tough day, you are actively reshaping the world around you. Think about it. Every tool that you use, every path that you hike, every building you walk into, somebody built it. Somebody had a desire, they had a vision for the way that they thought the world should be, and they went out and made it so. Being a creator means being someone who sees the world not as it is, but as it could be. So here's your first challenge. Start treating everything like a creative problem to solve. Start getting excited by problems instead of being frustrated. Think about all the things in your life that you wish could change or be different. Think of the problems, the flaws. Actively try to solve them. The more you start thinking like a creator, the more control you will have over the world around you. 2, the biggest problem with all this excess supply and consumable material is that we've stopped making our own things. Because working with our hands, whether it's playing an instrument or writing or gardening or blacksmithing, those things ground you in reality. They remind you that the world isn't just a collection of things that you can buy or read or watch. It is something you can touch, something you can shape. Wizards aren't just thinkers, they're builders, they're craftsmen. They create things, and they create things with love to make sure that they last. So if you want to break out of this mental fog that so many people are blinded by, make something today. It doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be impressive, it just has to be real, and it needs to be something that wasn't here yesterday. You literally get to choose how you want to change the world. Start shaping it, start altering your reality. That is the power of creation. 3, create fun. Here's something a lot of people don't tell you. Creativity and play, the same thing. When you're a kid, you play with no purpose. You experiment. You build things, you break things, you try things just to see what will happen. Then at some point, a lot of people stop playing and they start to take life too seriously. In that moment, you stop experimenting, you stop trying new things, and worst of all, you stop having fun. Wizards never stop experimenting. They see life as a game, a series of risks, experiments, and discoveries. They know that fun isn't a distraction, it's fuel. You want to be more creative? Play. It could be chess or D&D or mind games with a friend. It could be anything that forces you to think in new ways. When you stop playing and having fun, you stop being creative. And your creative skills suffer. Now here's a hidden key to help you crush all 3 of these. Okay, most people get stuck when they're trying to be creative because they try and do what's allowed. They look at all the other things that people have done and they take inspiration from all those things and they kind of create a box in their mind. They follow the rules and they create within the lines of that box. Great creators, great artists, great innovators, they all have one thing in common. They broke something. They changed the rules. Wizards don't just follow the world's instructions. They challenge them. They ask, why does it have to be this way? And then they come up with something better. If you want to unlock true creativity, start questioning everything. Don't just make what's expected or things that you've seen before and liked. Make what should exist but doesn't yet. And the reason that this is a true trick is because it actually does make things easier. It is an easy trick to get more creative and have more good ideas. By taking rules, common understandings, taking objective absolutes, when you do that, and then you try to actively break those things, to flip them on their head, you start to come up with pretty crazy ideas. And it really gets your juices flowing. Test it out. So here's what you do today. Create something. It doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be groundbreaking, it just has to be yours. Write something, draw something, solve a problem in a way that you've never done before. And when you do, you'll feel it. That shift in reality. The moment when you realize that you don't have to just sit there and watch the world move around you. You can actively steer and choose where you want to go. And that will change everything for you. Sitting in a hostel in Prague, I was playing a party game with complete strangers and I lost the first round. As a punishment, I had to answer with complete honesty a full minute's worth of tough, rapid-fire questions from the group. The idea was that we were all complete strangers and we were never going to see each other again, so it had to just be pure honesty. And one of the first questions that somebody fired off at me was, "What are you most afraid of?" And it was rapid fire. I didn't really think about it. I just spit out, "Being useless." Now that question and that answer is the only thing that I actually remember from that chaotic minute, and it has stuck with me ever since. And not because I'm ashamed of that fear, but almost the exact opposite. I'm actually really glad that I have that fear, and I think you should also have that fear. Having that fear means that I care. I care about myself, and I care about the people around me, and it instills this drive in order to be a capable and useful human being. It means that I care about creating a more fulfilling experience for myself and the people that I love. It is what leads me to trying to become the kind of person that the world needs. You should fear being useless because being useless means that you are incapable. You are incapable of being a good friend to the people who need you. You're incapable of solving problems, incapable of supporting your partner. You are incapable of protecting and defending any people or ideas or beliefs that you have. Incapable of calming down your own mind and being in control of your emotions. Being incapable of supporting yourself in the necessary, most basic ways. If you're useless, people around you suffer. You become a burden. You drag your dreams behind you like dead weight. You watch opportunities pass you by because you don't have the hands to catch them. It's a nightmare. That's why you train. That's why you grow. It's not to impress people, but it's to contribute. It's to be an active member in the community. It's to make things better for everyone. By definition, there are 2 steps to becoming the most basic form of a capable human being. And the first is being able to support yourself. Become independent, resourceful, and light on the shoulders of others. You're not a drain on anyone else, not financially or emotionally or practically. That doesn't mean that you never ask for help. It just means that you don't rely on it as a default. This is tough if you're young or you're just starting out, but this is the first direction that you need to go in. And the second step is that you are then able to support other people. Once supporting yourself becomes second nature, then you can start to extend that energy outward. Become someone that others trust to come through. And you can do all of these things before you necessarily are able to support yourself independently. But it becomes a lot easier after that first step. This is the path of the capable, of the responsible adult. Most people do achieve this level, especially parents in particular. But not a lot of people excel in becoming an extremely capable human being. So here's how to excel. Number 1, become mentally and emotionally powerful. Strong-minded people don't break under pressure. They bend, they refocus, and they get back moving. They can sit in discomfort without panic. This doesn't mean that they're emotionless. They just don't let emotion steer the ship. You need to have mental resilience. And that only comes by doing difficult things on purpose. Don't avoid discomfort. Train it. Number 2, be physically powerful. Your body is your vessel for the world, and you only get one. Respect it, train it. Make sure that you're strong enough to protect not only yourselves, but other people who may need it. Physical power is not about intimidation. It's about readiness. Be ready for anything that the world is going to throw at you. Be ready to answer the call. This could just be for the satisfaction of beating your friends in some competition, but it could also mean the difference in some sort of life and death situation. Number 3 is probably the most underrated thing, but develop real useful skills. Get good at things that matter. Fixing things, creating things, treating injuries, leading people. Choose something worthwhile that contribute to more fulfillment, peace, efficiency, anything. Practice those things until they become second nature. Get extremely good at them, and the world will call on you to use those skills to help out, and you will be ready to answer. Be a true friend. Communicate with clarity and care. Learn to speak so that people listen, and learn to listen so that people feel heard. Influence isn't about manipulation. It's about connection. The better a friend that you are, the more that you can connect, the more influence that you will have, and the more that you can use that to help other people. Connection helps us all rise. Learn to lead with your words and use your voice for good. Or become dependable. Become somebody who people can rely on, and let your presence bring peace. When plans fall apart, when tension builds, be the one who can hold the center together. Dependability doesn't shout. It shows up. Show up when you say you will. Follow through with your word. Be responsible, be reliable, be ready for when they call. 6, adapt like water. The world is completely unpredictable. Rules will change, people will leave, systems will break. Don't completely cling to one identity or one environment. Learn to shift, to flex, to evolve without losing your core. Understand that change will come. Try to anticipate it, be ready for it. Do not get frustrated by it. If you can do all 6 of these things, you will excel. You will become an extremely capable human being, the kind of person the world needs. In the end, being a capable human being isn't about being perfect. It's about being ready, it's about being willing, it's about being useful. So, build your strength, sharpen your mind, and choose your skills. Be the kind of person that the world hopes will show up, because one day it will need you. And you'll be ready. Hope you guys like that. Please comment any thoughts. And keep watching.